Well, good morning everyone, and welcome to Potter's Leisure Resort here in Norfolk for the Just 2021 World Indoor Bowls Championships. And coming up shortly we have Jason Greenslade versus Stuart Bennett.
So let's have a look what we have for the rest of today. 2 o'clock sees the World Mixed Pairs semi-final kickoff, where Robert Paxton and Carla Banks will take on David Gourlay MBE and Catherine Rednall. Shortly following that game, around about 3:45, will be Stuart Anderson and Julie Forrest. They'll take on the English pair of Les Gillett and Devon Cooper. So back to this morning's game, our match officials. Our marker is Dan Blewett, the umpire is Neil Bryce, and Alan Thornhill is on the shot clock. So for the first time today, let's go live to the portable rink here at Potter's Resort and bring on your players. Representing Ireland and playing in green, with one British and one national title to his credit, please welcome Stuart Bennett. And now to Stuart's opponent, representing Wales, playing in red, with 3 WBT titles to his credit. Please welcome the world number 10, Jason Greenslade. Well, once again, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to you. Welcome to Potter's Resort for day 10 of these World Indoor Bowls Championships. Joining me this morning for the very last time, world number 1, Nick Brett. Good morning, Nick.
Good morning. Trust everybody's good and well.
Jack length 26.5 metres.
So Stuart Bennett, civil servant from Belfast. Married with 2 children, Scott and Adam. I'm sure they're tuning in to support the father. Current senior international for Ireland, won the British Isles Fours in 2020, obviously the Irish Fours before that. Fantastic player. Jason Greenslade from the Sully Club, hometown of Penarth, also married. 1 daughter, Holly. Morning to you all.
Jason certainly hit the ground running with his first one.
Certainly has. Obviously in the morning session the players just get that half an hour practice time should they wish. They don't have to use it all, but it is available. Jason Greenslade just wearing the cap there. Just thinks it helps him with the bright lights around the portable rink. It's personal choice. Some people have tried it and gone back to not using a cap, and Jason didn't used to have it, has gone to using a cap.
Two red.
Well, excellent start from Jason.
Last bowl is jack high. The shot bowl is 2.5 inches past.
Just slightly underneath. Well, it's a result.
Might have just stayed on.
I think it has just stayed just within the rink. You can see the yellow marker on the bank there. That's the rink marker. It must stay within that. It has done. Oh. Jason just waiting for all the bowls to be sorted and the other Jack and Matt to be moved out of Jason's eyesight.
Yeah, and he's chosen what you call probably the safe side, to come back into the rink rather than try and bowl under the bowls and go out of rink for his first one anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Just guarantee the shot bowl. It's not a bad bowl, to be honest, Nick. Just a yard off.
No.
Stuart Bennett will play underneath the short bowls. Could nearly get all the way around them, but underneath is better. Wants to stay in the rink. I think it has. Yes.
Yeah.
Very good bowl. Will Jason lose that?
Yeah, he's got two choices, hasn't he?
It's 3 feet off the ditch.
Run the bowl off, or try and beat it the same as Stuart did up the other hand.
Yeah, if he's going to draw, he's going to have to swap his hand now. He won't be able to get as near as that, obviously, using the ditch hand.
Looks like he's going to try and run it off, no?
Yeah. Control weight. Looking for the green bowl. Oh, now, how far is it going to go? He's been unlucky.
And shot, Stuart Bennett.
So 1 to Stuart Bennett.
0-1, first end.
It's been a strange year this year. Obviously, players not getting a lot of match play before this event. Normally, Nick, like if it's just obviously one of our normal years, and obviously you'll have the swap between the indoors and outdoors. How long does it take you to get in the groove swapping between the two codes, would you say? Do you find you swap quickly, or does it just take you just a few weeks?
It does vary from year to year.
6.5 metres.
But normally a couple of weeks either way, and that's depend on how many times you play. If you go 2 or 3 times a week, it can take a couple of weeks, or or you could be adept at doing it. Playing indoors during the outdoor season, you can adapt quicker.
Well, good start from Stuart. Again, a good start. Just wants to get back to his own bowl.
Probably just thinking backhand to drop round, or
Yeah, changed again.
probably just thinking get round to the green bowls, which is the easiest way.
Yeah, I think he's just a little bit worried about landing on the jack, a bit heavy. Just slips round, it'd be very good. Not a bad place.
Played it very well.
One red.
It's on a slightly narrower line, depends on the pace now. You can just get up to the jack.
Not far away.
I'm in the area again.
He can keep that line with probably a foot more pace. He's perfect just to tuck it for 2.
Yeah, exactly. You can just get to the jack, or you can even just sit off his own ball or Jason's, be very close. A couple of options. Still the same shot, I think, Nick, just arriving into this, get to the red bowl, just turn the jack round the corner.
Yep, that's right. Don't think there's any need for anything other than that at this stage.
No, there's nothing set for anything a bit quicker. Just risk that tighter line with a good pace.
Good pace, and it'll be close.
Yeah, Jason can afford just to get to the back green one as well.
Played it well.
Two shots, Jason Greenslade. Set score 2-1 after 2 ends.
And don't forget, if you can't stay with us this morning, if you're out and about or having to go to work as a key worker, don't forget you can keep up to date with all our games to date on worldbowlstour.tv. We can also catch up on the Facebook and YouTube media platforms. Give us a like and give us a share, and we'll send you notifications of when the games are going to start this afternoon. Ellen Faulkner, MBE, joins me in the commentary box.
Yeah, you've upgraded.
Jack length 25 metres.
Better looking, that's what it is, Nick.
Yeah, to be fair, that wasn't difficult, was it?
No.
Last bowl, 4 inches past jack high.
One down, please.
No, I favour you hold.
Just outside it, I think.
Yeah, it was a very flat line. Didn't bend much at all. make a slight contact. Yeah, it's well played.
1 green.
Both settled onto a reasonable pace.
Well, another chance for Stuart. Just close it in a little bit, put a bit of pressure on Jason. Just needs to bend as much as it can now.
2 green.
Well, it's another.
Awkward for Jason as well. Whether he could sit his own down on the backhand, or there is still a line under the green one to his own up the forehand.
Yeah.
That's possible.
Could also go for a jack clean in the ditch.
I think he is.
Wants it nice and solid. Has done.
About like that.
A very good hit.
Ended up reasonably close as well.
So it's going to be 2 to Jason Greenslade. Loads of room for a second shot.
2 red.
Just like in a yard, really, Nick.
Yeah, but he didn't want to try and get it right in. He can drop it in and drop a silly 2.
1 shot, Jason Greenslade.
So
Set score 3-1 after 3 ends.
Jason goes into a slight lead in this first set. 3-1, some good stuff being played. It's always interesting to watch Jason play. I call him like an exciting player, as he's unpredictable player, but I think that makes it a bit more exciting.
Yeah, he is very unpredictable. Sometimes I think he doesn't know until he lets it go what shot he's actually going to play. You know, I've played him a number of times.
Jack
and,
length 26.5 metres.
I'm not sure what shot I'd rather leave him, because he's good at either.
Yep.
You know, sometimes he'd draw front toucher when you think he'd be playing a runner. Sometimes he'd play a runner when you think he would normally draw. So very difficult to predict.
Keeps you on your toes.
Yeah, very much so.
Yep, good start again from Stuart. It's a good bowling. May have just been
1 red.
He's just got the shot. I say fell away from the jack, but he's managed to keep the shot. Oh, great bowl.
1 green.
Inch perfect.
Jason might go again. Bold statement from me there.
Well, you're about 65% at the moment, so looking to up that for you. It's on the inside edge of the mat, which normally does indicate a weighted shot. Needs to hold up.
It's good, I think.
Yeah, oh,
And
come with it.
And followed it. That would be a difficult spot to get to the jack there with the two red bowls where they are as well.
Yeah, I think Stuart Bennett's playing with an aero groove, so it's a good bias bowl. He won't be able to hold the ditch side. Well, it stayed in. Well, Jason's just flirting with these front bowls. Well played if he stays in the rink. That's a great bowl.
2 red.
Or shot off, please.
The last bowl, 3 feet off the ditch.
Could almost come through the pack, Nick, with good pace.
Yeah, just pick a line. It's a better line, but whether it's still enough, I'm not sure. Might get him second.
Yeah, it's definitely inside the confines of the ring.
2 shots, Jason Greenslade.
Set score 5-1 after 4 ends.
Well, it's 5-1 to Jason Greenslade, but doesn't reflect the game, that, Nick.
No, definitely not. Jason's scored heavily on with a couple of runners, hasn't he, really?
Yeah, Stuart over the last couple of ends, he's played, 4 or 5 really good bowls, but like you say, Jason's decided to attack early. And it just shows you that, if you've got the confidence and you make the hits and the connections, it pays off.
Yeah, but you've got to make contact, that's the key. And Jason's got a good runner.
Jack length 26.5 meters.
Yeah, good bowl.
2 green.
I'll pass my last ball, please.
Your bowl, 2.5 feet short of jack high.
Again down that slightly narrower line. Just looking for decent pace.
Pretty good.
That's a great bowl. Inch perfect.
1 red.
Couple of options. You can still play down the forehand, look to reach the bowl, change to the backhand, which he is doing. Sit the bowl, turn the jack.
Yeah, same thing either way, really. You're looking just to arrive, just up to the draw. Anything over that struggles to come back.
Yeah, I've seen that quite a lot over the kind of last 10 days, Nick. Anything like a yard over just won't get back. Well, even with the stronger bowls, just struggling just to get back.
Yeah, and then you bring it in and it bends under quite easily. So difficult shot to play. You know, if you're going to try and play that, I suppose the forehands are a little bit kinder, a little bit more room for error.
Yeah, they're always kind of bending back to the jack almost, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, that's the shot clock gone. Just let the time
Shot,
slip away.
Greenslade.
Yeah, I think he just
Set score,
completely
6-1
forgot
after 5
about the
ends.
shot clock.
Yeah, there's a shot clock at either end of the portable rink. You can just see there, look, just above 30 seconds. It's the only event that you do play with a shot clock, so I guess sometimes it is easy just to be that focused, you just forget the shot clock. It's not something you want to do when you're just slightly behind, but just get it out of his head, move on.
Yeah, nothing you can do about it now. I'm sure he'll get a few reminders after the game.
Oh, yes.
Jack length 24.5 meters.
It's just the second one during the last 10 days. Just on a third, isn't it? Third one to go off, yeah. Doesn't happen a lot. Well, it's not let him get to him, that, has it?
No.
Shot please.
You hold.
I think it was Perry Martin that started the shot clock trend.
Yep, started it very well.
Yeah, I think it's probably the only trend he does start. Just a slight adjustment now for Stuart. Getting to the red bowl of Jason's would be good. Will it just get back? Just the extra pace going to hold him?
1 red.
Little flatter line
Yeah,
this time.
definitely a tighter line.
2 or 3 options. Get to your own, the jack or the red bowl. Just good pace though.
Yeah, very well played. 1 to green.
1 green.
Again, this is just going to be short. Just a nice draw again from Stuart, again looking for the red bowl. If he can get just round the back of the jack, sit down, could bring the front bowl into play. Just look at making a 2 for now. The line's good, it's all on a good pace.
Just needs to run a bit.
One shot, Stuart Bennett. Set score 6-2 after 6 ends.
Well, been to see what he does with this jack. Jason's been playing a 27-metre length jack roughly for the last 5 ends.
Yeah, with the stronger bias bowls, you might be tempted to put a shorter one in.
Well, he's brought the match up 3 metres.
Jack length 24 metres.
Yep, he has done it. He's listened to you. Jason's adjusted very well with his first.
One red.
Might force Jason to swap, or he might just try and drop round the back of it.
Yes, it does look very close to the line. May just see Stuart swap as well. There's room just round it, but when you're 1 down, you don't want to get wrecked on a short bowl. Well, he thought about just swapping, but he's staying with it. Just seems the obvious hand to play.
Just get another one in close, which he's done.
2 red.
Awkward now for Stuart.
I'm just wondering whether he'll just chance down the forehand, just play a bit of weight, looking to get to the bowls or get to the jack.
Looks that way. Misses own.
Well, one away.
Should be a reasonably straightforward ad for Jason.
Yeah, exactly the same as his last delivery. For those just asking about how many timeouts each player gets 5 timeouts. Gives him an extra 60 seconds. And if it goes into a tie break, each player gets awarded an additional timeout. Thanks for the question.
Needs to do a bit of bending to get back in. Just, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Favour red. 2 shots, chasing Greenslade.
Just shows you how much
Set score.
trust they
2
have in
after
the
7 in.
officials here, doesn't it? Just had Dan Blewett just to have a quick look at those two. Took his word for it. He didn't have to, of course. He could have asked for a measure, but the officials here are that accurate. You just take their word for it 9 times out of 10.
And they wouldn't commit if they didn't think so.
No, not at all.
Jack length, 23.5 metres.
Don't know whether that's deliberate, but Jason's gone to that length rather than the other one he was playing.
Yeah. He's in the driving seat. Obviously, Stuart needs 6 in 2 ends just to tie the set. Green needs to score.
Jason's ball this side, how far down is it, please?
6 inches short of jack high. Two red.
Well, finishing not too bad round the back. Needs a 2 to stay in this set, but ideally is going to need probably at least a 3 just to give himself a chance. It's not easy. Left himself that difficult drag of the jack. Yeah, Yeah, he's just playing that very difficult pace, Nick.
Yeah, percentages were gone quicker, really. Could have got both bowls. But he would have been drawn into his 2 green ones in good position to be nice pace. Jason, go for the cover here.
I think so. Yeah, it needs to be quick. That shot clock's going.
Sorry, timeout call.
Well,
There's 4 timeouts remaining.
He doesn't like to be left out. He wanted his own buzz.
that was very close. Very close.
If he hadn't have, you know, I don't think he'd have got it away within the 2 seconds.
No, I don't think so neither. It's a look of horror when they realise where the clock is. Well, that's a very well placed bowl from Jason. He could nearly still play quick, Nick, for the 2 red bowls. Guaranteed 2 if he doesn't move the jack. May just stay in for a 3.
Yeah, and if he could get the jack and get 2 on the spot if his follows.
Yeah.
So
I think he's got more chance of hitting the target with that pace than just flirting with a yard. Well, just a couple of bowls wide, so 2 shots here will give the first set to Jason Greenslade.
2 shots in the first set, Jason Greenslade.
10 shots to 2. So let's have a quick look what's coming up for the rest of today. So join Ellen Faulkner and myself for the semi-final of the World Mixed Pair. Starts at 2 o'clock. Robert Paxton and Carla Banks will face David Gourlay and Catherine Rednall. Shortly following that game, around about 3:45, Stuart Anderson and Julie Forrest will take on Les Gillett and Devon Cooper. So back to this one. Second set, scores are reset to 0. What do you think he's got to do, Nick, for Stuart just to play his way back into this?
well, carry on like he did early set, really. Because I think he ended up playing in the scoreboard halfway through the first set, really, and he'd played okay. A couple of Jason's runners turned a few of the ends, and all of a sudden you're 5 or 6-1 behind.
Yeah, it was kind of like that 3rd, 4th and 5th end where, like you say, Stuart did play 2 or 3 good bowls every single end, and Jason did decide to go early. He hit the target, hit them well, got the good result out of them. Well, 2 great opening bowls from both players in this second set.
Very small gap, Jason. 2 inches short of jack high.
Short of jack.
Yes, 2 inches short of jack high.
Just asking how far his bowl's off. Obviously, if the bowl is actually touching the jack, the very, very slightest of contact can move the jack around about 5 or 6 inches, Nicky, on this carpet.
Yeah, it does slide pretty quickly if you just get a little nudge, so it does make a huge difference. The players are really conscious of it. Played the safe line.
Well, good effort, just over the top.
1 red.
And just remember, there is no game this evening. It's a free evening for everybody tonight, so there'll be no game for you at 7:30. That's because the BBC have arrived ready for tomorrow, and they just have the evening session just for them to get all their equipment in place and all the cameras set up. Don't forget, join the BBC tomorrow with David Corkill and their commentary team. They'll take you all the way through the rest of this World Indoor Bowls Championships.
1.
It'll still be streamed, of course, on Facebook and YouTube. So we tap into their commentary so you won't miss anything. Straight away the first comment.
Jason looked to cover here, just get to the green bowls.
Shot clock's ticking down again.
Timeout call.
Strange one to use a timeout for, because you know you'd think it's pretty straightforward to cover the green bowls, unless he's going to go for the green bowlers for second, try and lift it away.
Wants to just get inside or outside of the green bowl.
Well, he's left the runner open. Yes, there is a little bit of danger getting red onto green, but you got the jack. You can make 2 or 3 of this.
Again, it's that difficult backhand down the tighter line. Well, he likes it. Will it get back though?
Not normally.
No, the backhand never gets back with pace.
1 shot, Jason Greenslade.
One zero, first end. Jack length, 26 meters.
Two good opening bowls again. A couple of questions about the bowls, Nick, about do they have to play with the bowls given? Well, they don't, obviously.
No, there are pool sets of every manufacturer has their own pool sets on site, or you can use your own. Obviously, all have to be red or green.
Yep, it's entirely up to you. You can swap every game if you wish. Different players have a preference. Some players are sponsored. People asking about the Drake's Pride. Well, there's plenty of players here sponsored by Drake's. You've got Robert, Mark Royal, Rebecca, Les, yeah,
Simon.
Yeah, Simon's equal amounts. Two good bowls each there.
One red and a measure. A short bowl is a shot.
It's a very good header bowls.
I think if I was Jason, I'd cover with this one, because at some point you'd think Stuart's going to attack this.
Yeah, just play one right round the back. Jason will just replace that bat bolt.
Yeah, anything past the greens. Last bowl was reasonable, because if you don't get the jack solid, it could just spin a short distance. Obviously, if he gets it solid, you'll want one further back, but
It's quite strange, really, Nick, isn't it? Because we've seen obviously a lot of games in the last 10 days. It's very odd how the percentage-wise, the forehand runner 9 times out of 10 gets a better line. The backhands just seem to just tend to stick.
yeah, and then people adjust and they
Fly
bend
across.
under. Yeah, so
Now he wants this jack nice and firm. Come with it. Oh, well played.
yeah,
Yep.
kept it in.
Well played. Good hit. Must be one to green.
One shot, Stuart Bennett.
Set score 1-1 after 2 ends.
He'll go slightly further. He tried the 24-metre length jack and it just caught him out a little bit.
Yep, looks like he has.
Jack length 26 meters.
Well, compared to their opening bowls of normal ends, they'll be looking to improve on those.
Yep, that's right, ever so slightly. Has done as well.
One green. Your bowl 2.5 feet past jack high.
Well, 2 good corrections.
Yeah,
One red.
certainly is. Good ball from Jason.
Good track if he's all the way home.
Oh, just ever so slightly taking some pace out. Just shows you, Nick, that ball wider, just struggles just to get back, even though he's played perfect pace.
Yeah, on this length, just fighting it all
Very
the way.
close for second.
Now, if he just gets back to the jack or even his own bowl, won't be far away. Falls over now. Excellent.
Very close.
Favour green.
Just wondering here whether Jason may just
You may go for the 2
Yeah.
bowls or even the jack.
say he's got the best back position
Time-out called.
without the nearest green bowl. It was a measure for
Come out,
2.
Bennett.
The only danger is the rebound, jack going up the rink.
Yep, doesn't happen a lot, but it can do.
Well, it's just ever so slightly tight of what he wanted. He has got movement. Might be measure for shot.
Yeah, looks like a measure all round from where we're sitting.
Umpire, please. All yours in, Jason.
That was us.
That one's out.
Yeah.
You'll both stay in. Nothing declared.
So nothing declared, so it is measure for the shot. Middle green.
Two
Two.
shots. Stuart Bennett.
Well, Jason was unlucky there, actually made it worse.
Yes, that's right.
Set score 1-3 after 3 ends.
Yeah, he was literally an inch tight. Got a slightly thicker contact. He would have got both of the green balls away.
Jack length 26 metres.
Well, stuck to this 26 metre length jack. He played it very well.
Well, nice little edge, improved it there.
Yep. Well, going early. Found the hole, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it does look as though you can, but again, it's one of them you need to make contact with.
Three green.
I'm just having to think about this one.
You're going to go again, I think. Good call.
Well, you may as well finish as you started, Nick.
Yeah.
Well, just round this top and back to the jack. Has he got the pace? Needs to stay up.
One green.
Wants to get inside it again, or a full turn. That may have just made another. There's not many gaps now, Nick.
No, you don't necessarily want the nearest green onto the jack and not follow. He has got two options. Obviously, the runner again, or a perfect
Green
draw on the
Bennett.
forehand, but his last bowl's made the perfect draw a little harder, no room for error. I think he is shaping up for the runner this time. Just got it away in time, which may have rushed him.
Yeah. Well, if this is two, be a great start for Stuart Bennett in his second set.
Umpire, please. One green, measure for second.
Probably just end up rushing himself there. That's maybe one where he could
Should have used the timeout.
yeah, rather than the other one for the simple cover some ends back.
Could be two.
Two shots, Stuart Bennett.
Set score 1-5 after 4 ends.
Just shows you the difference, Nick, doesn't it? If you just start putting your first two balls just slightly closer, get your position either under pressure or starting to run like Jason was doing there, it can just change the game quickly. 5-1 now for Stuart Bennett.
Yeah, well, it leaves you with a shot all the time, rather than I'm two or whatever many down with only the perfect draw to
Jack
save.
length, 24 metres.
So it always gives you more than one option and forces your opponent to think.
Good start. Nicky's going with his first bowl. Oh!
Well, there doesn't look room to get through there.
Well, Stuart wants to be finishing centre of the rink if possible. Is it going again?
He is. Got the other one this time. I think if you shoot, you just put another one close, don't you?
Yeah. Again, you just try and guarantee yourself centre rink, Nick, either, you know, just slightly short, slightly behind. Obviously, you don't want to be finishing at the side of your shot bowl.
Well, finished very well.
Certainly has. He's going to go again. Got them.
Well, not many times that after 6 bowls you see only one on the rink.
And that's what we were talking about earlier, Nick. It's the unpredictability. Is that he's been playing well in the first set and then just something just slightly changes and changes his game plan. Very, very attacking early on.
And if Stuart doesn't get this close, could very well win the end.
Yes, exactly.
It's not too bad, but there's still room.
Yeah, he's played 4 decent bowls this end. Like I say, could still drop a 1. Let's swap into the draw.
Is he up enough?
Always going to be hard after 3 weighted shots.
1 shot, Stuart Bennett.
So again, stringing some ends together
Set
now,
score,
Stuart Bennett.
1-6 after 5 ends.
4 ends on the bounce, 6-1 the lead. 4 ends remaining. I think Jason just needs to probably just steady the ship a little bit.
He's gone ultra aggressive, hasn't he? And that's great if you're making contact and getting results all the time, but when you're not, it's probably
Jack length, 24 metres.
time to revert back to what was working.
Well, again, a good opening bowl.
Not far away.
Nope, both players getting a good first bowl.
How far is mine, please? And the shot ball as well. Please.
Okay, you're 18 inches past Jack High, shot bowl 15 inches past Jack High. One green.
Ever so slightly, just give up, just needed another foot. If you can just sit either of these bowls just slightly past the jack, that'll be enough. Again, just needs to make the trip.
Yeah, one green, but still room.
Can he just get back in time?
Nearly got the gap and fall out.
One
No,
red.
good enough.
Yep, just managed to get to the corner of the green. Just don't think he's got the pace. Doesn't want to turn the red one in. Again, just needing to get back. It's well played. It's a great last bowl.
Two shots, Jason Greenslade.
Set score 3-6 after 6 ends.
Well, a much needed 2 from Jason there. Was just starting to slip away, but just closes the gap to 3 with 3 ends remaining. He can tie this set, remember, he did win the first set 10-2. A tie will be enough. Well, let's have a little think about this. In the first set, he played 27 metres very, very well. Played it 6 times, won on 5 of them.
Jack length, 27 metres.
Good shout.
It's always easier when you got the stats in front of you, Nick.
You could be his coach.
strange, isn't it? Because you often wonder, we sit there and analyse that, you know, he really needed to be playing that 27 metres, but when you're actually playing, those kind of things aren't really sometimes running through your head.
Yeah, you're probably not thinking clearly. You might only remember the last 2 or 3 ends.
Yes. Well, 2 good opening bowls from Jason. Now this is where it gets a bit awkward now for Stuart. He needs to really try and score this end, try and just start, like, even if he just scores like a single or 2 in the next 2 ends, which probably just give them a big enough of a gap just to squeeze the tie break.
Or at the very least, limit Jason to 1.
Yep, exactly.
Get onto the back bowl here.
It's nearly close to the jack. And sit. Oh, fantastic.
Great bowl.
Fair view hole, Jason.
How far is mine off the jack piece?
It's about 3-inch gap, just over 3 inches to Stuart's.
And the last ball, please.
Yes, that's about just over 3 inches past. Yours is the short bowl, 3 inches short. The gaps.
Yeah. There's one red.
I think so.
Well, he's going to need to be quick now. Plenty of time. Very, very similar for Stuart. If he sits his last bowl, be very close. It depends on if there's any contact with the jack.
Double-edged sword there, really. You could have played a really good bowl, give it away, or sit alongside your own and give Jason the run and have taken both out. So, albeit it's not his best bowl, it's not done any damage or made it any easier for Jason.
Hurry! Hurry! Well, what a great effort that was.
There is now 2, Stuart.
2 to red, so it's something to look at now. Very unlucky to squeeze the green bowl out, but it is possible if he gets a bad connection. I think he still needs to play something, Nick.
Yeah, it's a perfect backhand draw, which could still be 2 down if you sit on it, or you arrive up the forehand, but you don't want outside edge, really, of the last red.
With the forehand, I guess you can still play just that 2 feet, a yard up. It's slightly better than playing that pace on the backhand, but looks like he's going to play the dead draw. Just sliding by, so it's going to be a look for 2.
Two shots, Jason Greenslade.
Well, with 2 doubles,
Set
Jason
score, 5-6
Greenslade
after 7 ends.
straight back into this second set. It'll be an interesting last couple of ends.
Yeah, it's gone back to being anybody's now. Interesting if Jason plays his normal length.
Jack length, 26.5 meters.
Very good opening bowl from Jason. Too far away again with his second. Well, Stuart just needs to get down to shot bowl or get to the jack. Here it comes.
Can hang on now.
Just needs to stay up.
1 red.
Well, another let off. Just not going to make the trip.
Yeah, any pace onto the same line for Stuart?
Yes.
Yeah, he can still draw. He could also play the bowl if he wanted to. There is a result back off the short bowls as well. Just going to drift by.
Do you draw right in still, the forehand for Jason, or do you just slip down the backhand and get in between the last bowl and the second bowl?
Either really, you know, if he leaves it and just try and cover the back, Stuart could wing the bowl away. If he does connect with the jack, he's got best back position.
Oh, he's played a good bowl, to be honest. Played a good bowl.
I think Stuart needs to attack this on the forehand. He can get rid of both of those red bowls if he makes a good contact with the shot.
1 red.
Jack's still very good. It is only 1 red, so a clean red bowl will be good as well. I think it's easier than trying to play a dead bowl.
I agree.
Timeout call.
She played it pretty firm.
Stuart has 3 timeouts remaining.
He's trying that very difficult pace. I'd have just hit that, Nick. Just so difficult, that couple of yard over.
Just one.
Oh, hang on, something's fallen over as well.
One shot, Jason Greenslade.
Yeah, difficult that shot, as we keep saying. But still, he wasn't
Set
far
score,
away.
6-6 after 8 ends.
Yeah, well, one end shootout for the second set now. Jason wins this end, and Jason will secure himself place into the second round. Stuart gets it. We're going to a tie break just while Jason's set in the mat. This is obviously Nick's last game with us this morning as he travels home this afternoon. So just like to say thank you very much, Nick, for joining us for the last 10 days. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, thanks very much. Enjoyed it. Hope the rest of the tournament goes well.
Yeah, we'd also just like to thank you for your many nice comments as well. It's been really lovely. Thank you very much. Means a lot.
Jack length 27.5 meters.
That's mine, Dan.
2.5 feet.
Well, that's just crept in for the shot ball.
Last bowl,
Makes the forehand difficult.
15 inches short of jack high.
Good pace either side of it.
One red.
Well, he's getting down on the numbers. This is getting difficult on both hands to just slip one past.
Just wondering whether he might be tempted to this, go for the ball, get the jack.
It's close for second. Favour yours for second though. It's close.
He might do front green into it.
If he plays a dead draw and lands on the red ball, then you know it's not going to be any use to him. Just wondering whether he might just attack it, go for the solid bowl or the jack. He's under.
Can he get any contact? Well, he's at least freed up the backhand, but he's freed it up for Jason to have first go.
Yep. One final question for you, Nick, before you go. Are you leaving all your bowls for the players to play with? You must have, what, 8 sets or something here?
Yeah, I'm leaving the ones they want.
And what's the rate? It's got to be 20%.
Oh, yeah, mates rates, yeah. Sure, they've all lent me bowls in the past as well, so.
Well, Jason needs to get another bowl in this head. If not, Stuart can wang it off. Needs to stop. Well,
Interesting to see if it's second. Otherwise, Stuart's got choice of 2 shots.
Timeout called. Stuart has 2 timeouts remaining. 1 red.
well, it is only the 1 red. Do you think he'll play for the bowl or just try and swap back to the draw?
Draw's more of a guarantee, isn't it? If you still a little bit of how you get the red bowl, isn't it?
Going to attack it down the backhand, I think. Can he hold on in time?
So then you get it onto the jack and.
One shot, second set of the match, Jason Greenslade.
Well, he was unlucky there. It was a good contact, but he didn't want the jack, so it's going to be 1 more to Jason Greenslade, and he's going to secure a place into the second round with a 10-2, 7-6 victory. So, what have we got for you this afternoon? Well, it's the World Mixed Pairs semi-final, 2 o'clock, Robert Paxton and Carla Banks, David Gourlay MBE with Catherine Rednall, and shortly following that game, around about 3:45, will be Stuart Anderson and Julie Forrest of Scotland, and they'll take on an English pair of Les Gillett and Devon Cooper. Well, that's all we've got time for here at Potter's Resort this morning, so once again, Nick, thank you very much, and goodbye to yourself. And ladies and gentlemen, join myself and Ellen Faulkner at 2 o'clock. But until then, please stay home, please stay safe.
Thanks everybody, goodbye, and thanks for having me.